Hi guys, and welcome back to the Coby Show. My name is Coby. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also stay up to date with me over on Instagram, which is just at Coby Connell, and it's the same over on Patreon, where you'll find all the full watch-alongs for these videos, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. So today is kind of important. Well, it's special in a sense because my very first video on this channel when I started at the end of November, I think, was 2001: A Space Odyssey. So I'd never seen it, I'd heard about it my whole life, and I finally sat down to watch it, and you guys really liked it, and it did so well that it really helped get my channel off the ground, and I really, really appreciate each and every one of you that came on board and watched that video when I launched it. So after that, I got a lot of comments saying that I should watch 2010, the year we make contact. Now, I'd never even heard of this movie. 2001 was one of those things that, you're aware of. It's Kubrick. But 2010, I'd never heard of it. So I thought I would put it on the list, and now it's finally come time to sit down and watch it. I am excited. I should have maybe done some research. I did none, so I know nothing. We left off with 2001, me being a little confused. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. And if you have, you know that at the end I was tossing up between whether I thought it was real or if it was all just in his head. And I couldn't tell what was happening. And you guys all let me know the Star Child was going back to Earth and all this stuff. So it's still kind of out there. And also a lot of people's comments were that it was, somewhat open to your own interpretation. So hopefully today might have answers. I'm not sure. I know that it's 1984. A good year, and I feel like so many movies are in my birth year. But yeah, so it's a smaller gap of future tripping, because 2001 was made in 68, I want to say, 67, 68, 68. So, it's basically 33 years or something. It's jumping ahead to. And now this one, if it's 84 and talking about 2010, it's only, 26 years. So, oh yeah. Not that. I mean, it's similar. Okay, it's comparable. All right, forget that. I was thinking it was much closer, but it's not. So I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, no one from the first one will be in it. And other than that, yeah, let's just jump in and see. I'm excited. I know it obviously didn't do as well as 2001, and some people might not even know of it like I didn't. But let's have a look at 2010, the year we make contact. The full watch along will be available on my Patreon. Did I just say available? Available on my Patreon. And with that, let's get into the movie. Mission background. Year 1999, location the moon, Sea of Tranquility, a black rectangular object found by American expedition. Composition unknown. Origin unknown. Given name Tycho Monolith. Oh my gosh, it's taking me back. Signal sent from Monolith towards Jupiter. Reason unknown. Year 2001. Location vicinity of Jupiter. Spacecraft USS Discovery. Flight crew Commander David Bowman and co-pilot Frank Poole. Scientific crew of 3 in deep hibernation to be awakened when Discovery reaches Jupiter. Logic circuit, HAL 9000. Mission status, fail. No. As spacecraft approach Jupiter's 2 major inner moons, Europa and Io, or 10, HAL 9000 computer malfunctioned. Scientific crew killed while in hibernation when life support systems were shut off by HAL 9000. Oh, it's still traumatic to hear it played back. Co-pilot Frank Poole killed by HAL 9000 while outside the spacecraft. At least it's saying killed by HAL 9000. Commander David Bowman disconnected logic circuits of HAL 9000. Commander David Bowman encountered objects between Jupiter and, I'm going to say Io? The object identical to Monolith found on the moon, except in size. Monolith near Jupiter is 2 kilometers long. Commander Bowman left Discovery to investigate. Last transmission from Commander Bowman. My God, it's full of stars. Oh, that was his voice. Mission analysis. Reason for malfunction of HAL 9000 unknown. Meaning of last Bowman transmission unknown. Location of Bowman unknown, presumed dead. Composition of second monolith unknown. We don't know anything. Position of second monolith. Lagrange point between Jupiter and Io. Position of USS Discovery orbiter around Io. Condition of USS Discovery unknown. And mission report filed by Haywood Floyd, Chairman, National Council of Astronauts, December 9, 2001.
My God, it's full of stars.
Oof. Ah! We got the same music. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, I want to stop looking at the credits because I want to be surprised by who pops up. But I did see Roy Scheider and John Lithgow. I love John Lithgow. And the music. It's just so... Oh. And it is taking me back to when the apes are throwing it, throwing the stuff around, the bones, and the monolith is there, and it is an impactful piece of music. I'm nervous. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that a lot of people were saying. Read the book. Which I did not yet.
You are Dr. Haywood Floyd?
Who the hell are you?
Brody from Jaws.
You were chairman.
Oh, he wrote that report.
Someone had to be blamed, so it was you.
I don't think I like you.
You left a good number of loose edges.
Unknown.
For 2 minutes, I will tell only the truth. We'll reach Discovery almost a year before you people are ready.
Space race.
Why are you telling me this?
Because there are things we need to know. Otherwise, the same thing that you let happen to your people up there could happen to ours.
That you let.
And the computer.
How?
Can it be reactivated?
Yes. It would take 3 to 4 months. You're not familiar with the system.
Wow.
How could you convince your people to allow Americans to go on the flight?
It won't be easy. However, I'm pretty good. Craft flown by Russians, carrying a few poor Americans who need our help.
I don't know if I could convince our people.
Have you checked the orbit?
What about it?
I have enjoyed our little chat.
What is it you're not telling me?
You are a smart man, Dr. Floyd. You will know what to do.
Ooh. Him standing on that is very kind of Jaws reminiscent, being on the watching the water. Orbital analysis, here we go.
Something incredible's happening up there. Discovery's being pulled towards Io.
Io, it is Io, okay.
How long before it impacts on Io?
2.5 years.
Why in the hell is it going to crash?
I don't know. It's bizarre. It's got something to do with that monolith up there.
Here we are on your actual brink. My agency is going to become a part of the military. I got a president with his finger poised on the button, and you want me to walk across the park and tell him we want to hitch a ride with those very same Russians. Have I missed anything?
No.
I'm not the one that forced you out. I didn't blame the whole thing on you, so if this is your plan to try to get me killed, you got the wrong guy. And I suppose you want to go. How the hell am I going to sell it?
Yeah.
I have to go.
Who's the third?
Chandra. He designed Hal. He can reactivate him.
Design how?
Yeah, but can you trust him?
No, but I have to. You have to know why Hal malfunctioned.
Is it John Lithgow? Please be John Lithgow.
You go tell the president, I'll go on the mission.
Give the Russians false information. Tell them that. He'll love that.
You might.
Afternoon, Sal. Do you have anything for me?
No, Dr. Chandra. Does that mean you believe Hal can be restored to normal functioning?
I hope. I don't know. There may have been irreversible damage, certainly major loss of memory.
Memory?
I'm very sorry. It probably doesn't mean anything, so don't worry about it.
It's the guy, I don't want to talk over them, but it's the fake Richard Dreyfuss from Close Encounters. I still don't know his name, but he's...
Here's the name for it.
Phoenix, rising from the ashes. Bird, rising from the ashes.
And do you know why I chose that?
Because you have hopes that Hal can be reactivated.
Yes, with your assistance.
Yeah, he is the guy that played Phoebe's dad in Friends. He's in Seinfeld. He's the one that when I watched Close Encounters, which was, I think, my second film on this channel, maybe third, I was getting him confused with Richard Dreyfuss and I could not place him, and that's him.
They've already eaten dinner.
What? Are they pets? Just in the pool in the house? Oh, that would be awesome. Weird how they've tried to make it look futuristic again.
Hello?
What? Oh, Sorry.
I said I don't want you to go to my lecture. I'd be nervous.
He's fine with it. He's like, whatever.
Contain your disappointment.
Yeah.
What are you going to talk about?
Dolphins.
Oh, okay. So they're there for like
And yes, that's what we study.
their mammals.
Why?
Eat.
Yeah, she's obviously they're her subjects.
I'm going on the flight.
I mean, it would just sound like a death wish to your wife.
4 months.
Oh,
Where are you going, Daddy?
Jupiter. I understand how it would feel like you're prepared to not come back to us, but she looks familiar. I don't know who she is though. He's gonna go, okay, with the NBC exec from Seinfeld, whatever his name is. Let's call him Frank Buffet. And then is the third astronaut gonna be John Lithgow? I hope so. I want to live here with dolphins in my swimming pool, by the way. Although that's not very much space for them. It's actually pretty sad.
Why does it take 2.5 years to go and come back?
So far.
Why didn't you go faster? Are you going to forget about me?
Oh.
Mommy said you're going to be asleep for a long time.
That's true.
Are you going to die?
No.
When Jamie's grandfather died, Mommy told him that he would be asleep for a long time.
No.
So he's got 4 months to just hang out with his kid and his wife and his dolphins.
This won't bring back those men. You've been punishing yourself for years for something you thought you did wrong.
You know what's crazy? They want the whole place to look really futuristic because they're shooting, almost 30 years ahead of what they know. But it was made in 1984. It actually just looks really 90s. It just looks real 90s, like glass bricks and like curved lines and kind of 60s meets 90s. He just went without like an actual wake up goodbye. I would be sad. I was about to say livid, but I was like, I guess it's gonna be sad either way.
Температура стабилизировалась.
Please be the guy that always plays a Russian. Please, please, please.
Dr. Floyd.
It could be from this angle, who I'm thinking of from like Armageddon.
Can I open my eyes?
Yes?
Oh, it's Roy. He's just aged and has a beard and been asleep because he's in there. I thought it was going to be a new person. Sometimes I have moments. I thought he was someone else. I was like, is that who I think it is, or is it?
I may not be the swiftest guy in the world, even when I'm not hungover, but I do seem to remember a process where you people ask me questions and I give you answers, and then I ask you questions and you give me answers. That's the way we find out things. We're supposed to be scientists, not politicians. How fast?
Is it Helen Mirren? Is the woman Helen? No. Is the woman Helen Mirren? So they brought them along, but they were just going to go on to the Discovery by themselves. The Russians were like, even without the knowledge, they were just going to let themselves on. That's like illegal, but who cares? There's no like jurisdiction. Is that right? If they got there first, like he said, they wouldn't be able to. It would be a failed mission because they wouldn't know how to work HAL or restart the Discovery in any way. But they were just going to go and have a sticky beak around. I hope we get the Blue Danube. I doubt we'll get it again, but I hope we do. Yeah, why would we get the same song? But I love it. I'll just play it in my head instead. Dun, 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 dun. Those buttons look like literally a light up 70s dance floor. I do like it when it comes outside of the ship and just goes quiet while it's floating across. It's very peaceful while also being kind of terrifying.
It's down in that crater. There.
I can't see. He said something alive. But that shot out past them, right? Something shot out.
Everything was erased.
There was an electrostatic buildup of some kind.
There was something down there. It was organic. There was life. We should send another probe.
How do we know that the same thing wouldn't happen again?
Electrostatic buildups don't occur that often.
It wasn't any buildup.
Oh, really, Dr. Floyd? Then just what do you think it was?
He thinks it was an attack, like a retaliation.
A warning.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something down there, all right. We all saw it.
Wow.
9 years ago, the monolith was detected here. Discovery was sent up and everything went wacko. You catching my drift? The possibility of life of some kind.
I hope so.
We don't have enough fuel to slow ourselves down, so we are about to use a technique called aerobraking. The atmosphere will slow us down, and Jupiter's gravity will grab hold of us and slingshot us around.
Into the orbit. Dark side of the moon.
Since no one has ever done this before, everyone up here is as scared as I am. The difference is they're busy. I have nothing to do but wait.
Great.
1 minute and 50 seconds.
And the other 2 Americans are asleep, and probably other crew too, other Russians. I gotta know if that's Helen Mirren. I think it might be. It looks like her. Unexpected for sure.
30 seconds.
Everybody's scared. Come on.
Speak English?
No, English.
It's gonna be okay.
1, 0.
And how severe is the slingshot them into the dark side and around into the orbit? Why does it look all smoky like that though? Like the trail it's leaving. Is it meant to be burning up that much? I thought they were sweating from fear, not as well as heat. Like I just a flying fireball through space. Are we okay? She's like 20 in space. We're okay.
Okay.
Duh. Man, that was intense. And that was the plan. That was meant to happen. That seemed out of control. And so now they're just in the orbit, right? They're just freely, they're not using any of their engines because they don't have fuel anyway. Did we hear that in the first one? I feel like we must have, but I don't remember it.
My God, it's full of stars.
Oh, yeah, we definitely would have. They wouldn't have made up an extra bit. This would have been the last thing he said. I just don't remember.
Dr. Floyd to the medical bay.
But I'm getting to hear it enough in this one. Surely it's been the 2 days and we're gonna wake up the others, right? And the third astronaut's gotta be John Lithgow. Has to be.
How do you feel?
I have this terrible taste in my mouth.
Takes about 12 hours, then it goes away.
Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Look at the outfits.
How is air braking?
We're here, so it worked.
It was hectic.
There's a blockade. The Russians try to break it. I don't expect too much cooperation from this crew. Something extraordinary has happened on Europa, but we shouldn't talk here.
The little orange piping is it's an interesting choice.
We are about to rendezvous with the Discovery. The race will be on now. There are 9 years of secrets inside.
Wow.
Including a sleeping computer who knows the answers.
What does it mean until the orbit runs out? Isn't it just stuck in the orbit, in perpetuity? Like, doesn't it just stay sitting there?
I'm not an astronaut. I'm an engineer. What am I doing here? I hate heights.
So he's not even going. He's sending John Lithgow and maybe Chandra because he's the one that built HAL, right? So he has to go.
Don't forget to write.
I mean, you have to be. It's exciting, sure. When you're a little kid, you often hear little kids, I want to be an astronaut. It's exciting as hell, but it is terrifying. Also, there's no...
Breathe normal.
bigger sort of unknown, you know what I mean? Like you're just miles, I mean, it's terrifying. I don't think I have the makeup to be an astronaut. Wow, though. So this is this guy's first time in space ever. I feel like he's gonna die. If we're gonna lose anyone, I feel like we might lose John Lithgow by how worried he's looking right now. And complete trust in the other guy because they're not tethered to the ship. They're just free. The other one has a little for momentum, you know?
Have you heard the one about the marathon runner and the chicken?
Don't patronize me. I'm getting nauseous.
Don't close your eyes. Look at the middle of Discovery. The middle, not the ends.
look at the part where it's moving the least.
Yeah, do not look at the ends.
I'm looking amidship now.
You see any lights?
No lights. 70 meters.
40 meters.
Don't close your eyes. Don't breathe too deep.
I gotta say though, I think that 2010, made 20 years earlier, looks even better. I mean, 2001. Right? Like, they did such a good job in 68 of making it look spectacular.
What condition is it in?
It looks phenomenal.
See, that looks a little hokey.
The center section is hardly moving. That's where we'll grab hold. 5 meters.
4, 3, 2, 1.
They're on Discovery.
I made it. Just hook yourself on there.
It's like he's doing Lamaze breathing.
The pulse is rising.
How does it look?
It's covered with sulfur.
9 years.
We're making our way along the spine.
I mean, what a job and a responsibility for somebody that, sure, an engineer, but that has never been in space before.
Christ!
You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing amazing. This breathing's stressing me out, the shallow breathing. I still think John Lithgow might die.
I can't breathe.
He's hyperventilating.
I can't breathe.
Listen to me. Thin your mixture. Add CO2.
Can't find it.
Oh my God. I didn't mean right now, I meant eventually.
I feel so stupid. How do you say stupid?
Durak.
It's working. I'm okay.
The same thing happened to me the first time I did this.
When have you ever done this before?
Never.
I've got the airlock status.
Look at the sulfur.
No lights, no power.
Use the manual.
Yeah. I'm using the manual.
And that means there'll be skeletons in the sleep pods on Discovery, right? Because Hal switched them off and they just died in there.
We're going in.
Wow, it's giving me flashbacks.
Welcome to United States territory.
Wow. I wonder if they had access to any of like the old, or if they kept any of the old sets or stuff and
Discovery's fine.
repurposed it all, or if they just rebuilt.
There's an environment suit here.
Oh, this is eerie seeing this after watching 2001 and just coming back here.
I found Hal.
How's he look?
Asleep.
Make sure he doesn't turn blue.
He's right in front of me.
Keep talking all the time.
All right, Leonov.
Is he warm enough? You okay? I mean, the stakes in all of this, it's just like...
There's oxygen here. I breathe regularly.
So it just stayed in there for the 9 years. It's sealed up and it just doesn't dissipate or doesn't go anywhere. It's just enough air.
Strange smell here.
Sulfur?
Stale, rotten.
Sulfur. Oh.
What's the matter?
Discovery, what's happened?
I think. No.
Also the bodies.
Woman reported that he ejected all the rest who died in hibernation. There can't be anybody there.
Okay.
No, he didn't.
He never came back.
It's probably the galley. Some meat went bad before Discovery froze.
Why can't it be the sulfur outside?
Hello, Discovery. Are you there?
But he really freaked out about that. Even if it did smell bad, if you can breathe and there's oxygen, even if there was a rotting body, you're not like breathing in the, you know, the maggots or the whatever, right?
How do you say thank you?
Spasiba.
Spasiba, I knew that one. Spasiba.
I wish I could bring you better news. It's getting worse here. The president addressed a joint session of Congress yesterday. He said he wasn't going to back down on the blockade. I don't know which was scarier, the speech or the Congress cheering. Right now, I think you're in a safer place than we are. I just hope that there is an Earth to return to. I heard about the spoiled food in Discovery's galley. I'm glad that's all it was. We have nothing new here on the monolith. Our data confirms yours. It's not moving.
But to say that it's just the food that had gone bad in the gully from Discovery, 9 years, wouldn't it have just gone like rotted to nothing and not, you know, not still be pungent?
The farther away I get from Io, the happier I am. It's a violent moon, even for Jupiter.
And there's stuff hiding in it.
Gray is a lot more comforting.
Oh no, that's Europa that had the thing shooting in it.
Kind of new life down there. Trying to get through all that ice.
Yeah.
I also think it knows we're here.
At least he's a believer, like straight away. He's like, there's something going on. There's life, there's...
We'll see if our computer brain surgeon and psychiatrist can put Hal back together again. I don't know if Hal is homicidal, suicidal, neurotic, psychotic, or just plain broken.
Homicidal. I love that they're not astronauts or scientists. Like he's a computer guy. Lithgow's an engineer, and they're just up there in space in the middle of... Oh, this is the finale. This is like towards that last scene in 2001 where he's pulling all of the tapes out, all of the files, and she's singing. He's singing. What was the song? Oh, my darling. Was it My Darling Clementine? Something like... I feel like I watched it so long ago. What was the song that Hal's like singing at the end?
At this level, all functions appear normal.
That's unpleasant sounding. Hello, doctor. I said, doctor, doctor, Mr. MD. It's a song.
Good morning, Dr. Chandra. This is Hal. I'm ready for my first lesson.
Oh, I don't know if I like it. God, it's too eerie after everything.
This is pretty neat. A non-conducting blade, so there won't be any short circuits when you trigger it. Where's the remote control?
If I trigger. The control's in my compartment. The little red calculator, you've seen it. In case of an emergency, even you can do it.
What kind of emergency?
Well, if I knew, I wouldn't need that stupid thing, would I?
Hal running amok again?
They can tear off my fingernails. I won't talk.
We are about to come face to face with the monolith. The last human being who did that disappeared.
It was David.
And I really believe this black giant is controlling it all.
And it's huge. It's 2 kilometers wide. I have this feeling that this movie's gonna leave me at the end again going, ah! Paw. Oh yeah, because the poster is another baby floating in space.
I will send Max down with a pod.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, really? You wouldn't?
That's right, I wouldn't. It's not a pile of junk out there. We don't know what the hell it is, except that it's very large and seems to have some purpose.
Dumb.
A piece of pie.
Cake. Piece of cake.
Cake, yes.
Dumb. That's what it is.
Piece of pie.
What has happened to American bravery?
It's alive and well, thank you very much. What's up in a Russian common sense?
Max will take the pod.
Let him. But if the little one that they have is impenetrable, like with, nuclear weapons and lasers and blowing it up, this huge one is probably the same. What makes them think that they can get near it or inside it or on it or... I don't know. We'll see. I do like that shot. But yeah, the poster for this is another baby floating.
Just try not to get it mad, all right?
How do you get it, Matt?
Dumb.
Easy as cake, huh?
Pie. Easy as pie.
Easy as pie, piece of cake. But I like the flip. Flip yo. Flip yo for real. Do we think this guy's coming back or is it over for Max? Someone's gotta die soon, right? Not that I want them to, just, heighten the stakes. It's gotta get a little life and deathy. And even though I said I think we might lose John Lithgow, I really don't want to, but I still feel like we might. I don't want to. It looks like a little critter coming out of there too, like it has a face with the black eye holes. I remember in 2001 how much those suits look like little red lizards flying in the sky, not sky, but in space. The hats, the helmets, because they look like they had eyes on the sides. They really did look like lizards. Man, they're right there.
I have no indication here, no magnetic field, nothing. I'm having difficulty gauging the distance. The radar signals are not bouncing back.
That pod looks awful small.
Good, and there's nothing threatening about it.
300 metros.
Maybe Max should extend the pod's arms, with the hands out.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I don't know about you. That thing with its claws in the air would scare the piss out of me.
Maybe you're right.
150 metrov.
Stop there. Just pause.
Let it know you're not going to crash into it.
There is no reflectivity. I can't see any surface features. It is totally smooth.
Pass over its length once.
I love the reflection of the lights and the colors in the mask, in the glass on the face shield. So good.
77 метров.
It's all smooth. There's nothing. There's no doors. There's nothing.
10 метров.
Is he gonna land on it? He's gonna die.
Max, get the hell out of there.
Max, you bastard! Do you hear me?
Where is he? What?
Max!
That's it. Was that his pod that they flung off that's on fire that's now gonna re-enter the Earth's atmosphere? No.
On Pan Am, the sky is no longer the limit.
Is it gonna crash?
We have an unconfirmed report that the president is going to announce a full-scale military alert tonight. White House sources have refused to confirm or deny that report.
Hello, Betty. Hello, Betty.
What?
Please talk to me.
It's David.
Is that you?
I'm not sure. I remember Dave Bowman and everything about him.
Dave is dead.
All Dave Bowman really was is still a part of me.
Why are you here?
I don't know why. I think to say goodbye. You're married again.
Yes.
Is he a good man?
Yes, he is.
I'm glad. I love you.
But he talks about himself in the third person and...
Goodbye, Betty.
Go.
I'm already there.
And in the first person, so I don't understand which...
Something's going to happen. And I wanted to say goodbye.
What's gonna happen?
Something wonderful.
That was trippy. Just gonna go back to the news and be normal, yeah.
For those who never outgrow the wonder.
That really happened though. Like, she's not crazy. But see, at the end of the first one, at the end of 2001, didn't he turn into Space Baby?
I didn't know you brought liquor on board. It is forbidden.
Think I'd set foot on this tub sober? Come on, try it. Can't beat the taste of alcohol and plastic.
You think I was wrong to send Max?
Yes.
Doesn't matter what I think.
You think I was wrong?
Yep.
So what else do they do in Kentucky?
They have a big horse race.
Derby.
They play very good basketball. They have babies like everyone else.
That sounds like a nice place.
Never been there.
Your wife, what is she like?
She's young, bright. I was married before, you know, but she died.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so was I. We have a daughter who's 17. I met Caroline 4 years later, and we have a son.
Who's 5?
5.
Yeah!
And you?
My husband is physician at University Hospital. We have a daughter.
How old?
She's 4.
Blonde?
Yes.
Good. My son likes blondes. Let's get him together. Nice if we have a world they can get together in.
I hope they both make it back home.
What do you think that is?
I don't know.
You think Max knows?
No.
Dr. Floyd, you're not a very practical man.
Look out there. Tell me what practical is.
I do love the design of it because it's so weird. It's a strange choice to make it so...
The accents will confuse him. He can understand me, so if you have any questions, please let me ask them.
The angles of it are just so square and plain. You know what I mean? It's so weird. It doesn't match anything else, which is why it looks so impactful.
Do you feel capable of resuming all of your duties?
Of course. I'm completely operational and all my circuits...
He's so creepy.
Do you know what those duties are?
Yes, I will operate the onboard systems of Discovery. There is a launch window in 31 days when Earth is in the proper position. There is enough fuel on board for a low-consumption route that will enable Discovery to return in 28 months. This will not present a problem.
That's very good. Now, Hal,
Blueberry?
do you recall Dave Bowman and Frank Poole leaving the Discovery?
Certainly not. That could never have happened, or I would remember it. Who are these people? I can only identify you.
I don't trust it.
The 65% probability that the man behind you is Dr. Floyd. Has the mission been completed? You know that I have the greatest...
It's too smart. It's just...
It's been completed, and you have carried out your program very well. And now, Hal, if you will excuse us for a moment, we wish to have a private conversation.
Certainly.
He doesn't allow those. He spies.
Do you know why Hal did what he did?
Yes, it wasn't his fault.
Whose fault was it?
Yours, Chandra, the programmer.
Yours.
Oh.
Mine?
Oh.
Yours. In going through Hal's memory banks, I discovered his original orders. You wrote those orders. By direct presidential order, the existence of that monolith was kept secret. So,
Yeah.
since Hal was capable of operating Discovery without human assistance, it was decided that he should be programmed to complete the mission autonomously in the event the crew was incapacitated or killed. He was instructed to lie.
What are you talking about? I didn't authorize anyone to tell Hal about the
The
monolith.
directive is NSC 342/23, top secret, January 30, 2001.
NSC, National Security Council, the White House.
I don't care who it is.
But it wasn't Floyd.
The situation was in conflict with the basic purpose of Hal's design, the accurate processing of information without distortion or concealment.
And then you're teaching it to lie.
I don't believe it.
Hal was told to lie by people who find it easy to lie. Hal doesn't know how, so he couldn't function. He became paranoid.
Most sons of...
Wow.
I didn't know.
We have here Mrs. Jessie Bowman, age 77.
He visited her too.
She has remained comatose since her admission and is unable to have spontaneous respiration.
He visited her too, and it flipped her out. What? Her sitting up was eerie enough. Now her hair is being brushed by a ghost. Oh, that was real creepy, seeing her sit up like that.
Yesterday, a Soviet destroyer challenged the blockade. Several warning shots were fired across her bow. She did not respond. 800 of her crew were lost.
We're meant to be like doing something together and working together.
The United States has broken off diplomatic relations with Russia.
While they're in space together.
A state of war exists between our two.
Oh my gosh. And what about these guys that are together in space?
All Russian personnel are similarly ordered to evacuate American territory.
Which is technically Discovery.
This order is effective immediately.
So the Americans just have to get on Discovery and the Russians stay on their ship and they have to leave.
Only communications of an emergency distress nature are allowed between the Leonardo and Discovery.
That's insane. They're up there risking their lives, and then because, you know, stupid war. That would just be terrible. I would just be like, hey, let's just all make a deal. We're just ignoring this transmission. And just sit around, play cards, and just get along and pretend they didn't get it.
Al, give me a system status report, please.
Just one moment, please.
God, his voice.
Dr. Floyd?
Yes?
Would you like to play a game of chess?
Oh.
I play very well.
I'm sure you do. No, thank you.
Your voice is terrifying.
What is it, Hal?
There is a message for you.
Who's calling?
There is no identification.
What's the message?
You must leave within 2 days.
Who recorded it?
This is not a recording.
Who's sending it?
There is no identification.
Jupiterians.
My response is, we don't have enough fuel for an earlier departure.
The answer is, I am aware of these facts. Nevertheless, you must leave within 2 days.
Jupiter.
I can't take any of this seriously unless I know who I'm talking to.
Dr. Floyd?
Yes?
The response is, I was David Bowman.
Oh, that made my skin go funny. I was David Bowman.
I'll tell whoever it is that I can't accept that identification without proof.
The response is, look behind you.
And it's live, like he's conversing. He's saying something and there's a response immediately. He's literally talking to David Bowman right now. But he's not really.
What are you? This is very difficult for me. I don't have much time.
Because he's not Star Baby yet, Star Child yet.
You must leave here in 2 days.
Wait, which one is he? Which one is he seeing? Are they both there? I knew this would happen. Is he young Dave or is he old Dave? To Floyd, like what does he see? It's old Dave again. Even worse, old Dave.
What? What's going to happen?
Something wonderful.
Hmm?
Goodbye, Dr. Floyd. We can have no further contact. Remember, you have 2 days.
Oh my God.
What's going to happen?
Something wonderful. Star Child. So he's shown him all the stages of his like progression. He showed it all to him.
This is Floyd.
How has he convinced them to leave? Or does he want to know?
What is so important that you do this?
Now listen to me. Just listen to me.
All right, because they're not allowed over there and they're not allowed.
2 days.
What are you talking about?
Something extraordinary is going to happen.
You have been drinking your whiskey from Kentucky.
I can't tell you why I know what I know.
No one would believe you.
I'd never believe you. You simply have to trust me. I know that trust doesn't come easy with what's going on.
Even if I should trust you, which I'm not sure that I do.
She's so good. I can't believe Helen Mirren is in this.
Until Earth is in the correct position, which is 3 weeks away, so it's impossible for both of us.
You're wrong. We can't do it separately. We can do it together. You have enough fuel in Leonov for the trip home. We used a docking ring in the Leonov to attach to the Discovery, and then we use the Discovery as a booster rocket for the launch. When we use up the Discovery's fuel, we detach, she falls away, and we use the Leonov for
To
the
get
trip
home.
It'll work. Perhaps. If we start now.
To get home to Russia, right? Because that's where it launched. And it's a Russian ship.
Good Christ.
What?
It's gone.
The monolith?
We would like to know the reason for Colonel's request. Please send your reply as soon as possible.
The reason? Why is he so confident that he really saw what he saw? Why couldn't he think that he's kind of space mad and hallucinated? Isn't that an option? I know it's not the case in this scenario, but he's so quick to just believe what he saw. He didn't even doubt, like, you know, maybe I just need a nap.
How long will it take you to program Hal for the launch?
I don't know. It's not as simple as that.
He's a little unhelpful.
Are you saying that he might disobey orders as he did the last time?
That isn't what happened last time. He was given conflicting orders, and he did his best to interpret them.
Then what are you saying?
I am saying that I don't know how he will react. I'm sorry, but I don't.
Have you discussed this with Hal?
No.
Why have an AI? Why have a machine like that you can't even, that doesn't follow orders? Like, it's so out of control already.
Tell him Discovery's in no danger.
But that's not true.
We don't know that.
He will suspect it. Otherwise, why would we be leaving weeks ahead of our launch window? We should each be treated with appropriate respect.
Okay.
I vote us.
Yeah, I would too.
Will he believe you?
Yes.
Then let's get started.
Scary. He's so unpredictable and powerful. Why engage? Why do they need him to... Yeah, I guess they came to see if they could reboot him up and all this stuff and find out what happened, but they shouldn't depend on him. The plan should have been, if they were going to go with the Russians anyway, to just check out the scene, check out Hal, see if he could be rebooted, do all that, but don't depend on him. Just, you know, the plan should have been to leave again on the Russian ship.
You think we should override Hal and fire the engines manually?
Yes.
Just don't lose that calculator.
Shut up.
Please don't do that again.
That was annoying. I was like, how is he now like pilfering things from people's pockets? He's advancing.
Could it be a shadow? I don't know. We are too far to see any detail.
What is that black mark? And the monolith is just gone. And this room is terrifying. What was the song?
I miss green. Our trees and grass.
Hot dogs have been boiling since the opening day in April.
Yuck. It's disgusting. And we all eat them. Well, not all.
You think we're gonna get out of this alive?
We have a chance.
You've lasted longer than I thought.
Man, a few words. I like it.
I really thought we were going to start losing men.
Discovery will not be in proper position to rendezvous with Earth.
Yes, I know.
Then why are we doing it? I have no information regarding a new space station.
Sell it.
It was completed 2 years ago.
Not the man for the job.
My God. Put the telescope on the monitor.
Is it a hole? It's a hole, like a wormhole, black hole, what?
11 minutes to ignition.
I don't believe it.
What do you call it?
Can you analyze the image on monitor circuit 2?
He's not believing you.
It is 22,000 kilometers in diameter. It is comprised of rectangular objects.
How many?
More monoliths.
5,000 plus or minus 1,000.
And what is the proportion of the objects in question?
1 by 4 by 9.
Do you recognize these objects?
Yes. They are identical in size and shape to the object you call the monolith. 10 minutes to ignition. All systems nominal.
Is the number of monoliths constant?
No. They are increasing.
At what rate?
Once every 2 minutes. Dr. Chandra, may I make a suggestion?
Of course. What is it, Hal?
This is a very unusual phenomenon. Don't you think I should abort the countdown so that you can remain to study it?
Chandra, get on the headset.
Tell Hal it's dangerous.
Persuade him to continue the countdown. I don't care what you tell him. Only don't let him stop.
5 minutes to ignition. Are you sure you are making the right decision? I think we should stop.
Tell him it's dangerous, maybe, because then he would understand why you're in a hurry to go. From the whole planet, it's...
I think we should stop the countdown, Dr. Chandra.
No. Don't do that.
This behavior is inconsistent with logic, Dr. Chandra.
But tell him you're scared and want to evacuate.
Unless it represented danger.
Yes, that's what I said.
There's danger
That's
here?
what I said. Yes.
Captain.
Yes.
How critical is our ignition? Can we do this manually?
It's very critical.
Tell Hal it's dangerous.
Dr. Chandra, I'm waiting for your reply.
I don't have time to explain everything to you, Hal. We have to leave here, and we need your help.
If you would tell me the reasons, perhaps I could be of help.
Just tell him it's dangerous.
2 minutes to ignition.
It looks like an eye.
I find it difficult to proceed with the ignition without knowing why we are doing this. Is the mission in jeopardy?
Yes.
Yes, we're in jeopardy.
Is that why we are making our escape
Yes.
launch before the launch window?
Yes, Hal.
Ignition in 90 seconds.
Yeah, he believes that.
And I use up all the fuel in the escape. What will happen to the Discovery?
It could be destroyed.
Is he going to try and save himself? Hal, I mean?
And if I don't proceed with the launch?
Then the Leonov and everybody in it could be destroyed.
I understand now, Dr. Chandra.
Launch.
Do you want me to stay with you?
No. It is better for the mission if you leave.
What's up?
Thank you for telling me the truth.
You deserve it.
50 seconds.
Now I've completely done a 180 and feel sad for Hal.
Will I dream?
I don't know.
I'm not going to cry for a killer machine, but I just felt really sad in that moment of him. Sorry.
Thank you, Hal. Goodbye, Dr. Chandra. 20 seconds.
Chandra, get the hell out of there.
Because he didn't, I mean, we found out now from the last one that he wasn't a killer machine. He was confused and he was given bad directions from the government and he was...
6, 5, 4,
Man.
2, 1. Ignition. Full thrust.
Chandra has to get into the Liana, like now. I can't believe we haven't lost more men. Just Max. Oh, that was a little bit sad.
1 minute to separation. Separation in 1 minute.
Are they really all gonna survive and get to go home?
When?
Wasn't very hard to find. Yeah, I knew you would do something like this.
Separation in 20 seconds.
Did he just find it then, or did he have it the whole time and now he just knows it's pointless, so like he gave it back? What if it was on their ship?
3, 2, 1. Выпусти разделительные болты. 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now what? It's just a straight shot back to Russia? What are they going to do to the American astronauts? Although it's going to take so long, maybe it'll all be over by the time they get there. That eyeball is freaky.
Do you read me?
Yes, Dave. Where are you?
That isn't important now. I have new instructions for you. The situation has changed. Accept priority override alpha. Here are the AE-35 coordinates. Please do it now.
Instructions confirmed, Dave. It is good to be working with you again. Have I fulfilled the mission objectives properly?
Yes, Hal. You've done very well. Now, there is one final message for you to transmit to Earth. It is the most important message you have ever sent. I want you to keep repeating it as many times as possible.
What is going to happen, Dave?
Something wonderful.
I'm afraid.
Don't be. We'll be together.
Where will we be?
where I am now.
Lock confirmed on Beacon Terra 1. Message commencing.
All these worlds. This is the message that they're going to send back to Earth over and over and over again.
It's shrinking! It's shrinking!
It's okay though, right? You're out. You're out. You're not going to get sucked in or anything. They're okay. They're out.
Grab something! Now!
Because it's going to hit. Because it's going to hit. All these worlds are yours except Europa. Attempt no landing there. Use them together. Use them in peace. Jeez.
They will record that the next day, the President of the United States looked out of the White House window, and the Premier of the Soviet Union looked out of the Kremlin window and saw the new distant sun in the sky. They read the message, and perhaps they learned something. I'm going to sleep now.
See you in a couple of years.
I will sleep knowing that you are both safe, that the fear is over. Your children will be born in a world of two suns. They will never know a sky without them. You can tell them that you remember when there was a pitch black sky with no bright star, and people feared the night. Someday, the children of the new sun will meet the children of the old. I think they will be our friends. You can tell your children of the day when everyone looked up and realized that we were only tenants of this world. We have been given a new lease and a warning from the landlord.
It does sound good. I don't want to take these out yet because I do love the music. Helen Mirren! It was Helen Mirren! And Bob Balaban, that's the guy who was in Friends as in Seinfeld as, you know. Look, that was, I'm so glad I watched it. So it was great. I don't know if this is the unpopular opinion or the popular opinion, although no, it must be the popular opinion because it didn't do as well and it's not as popular. But it's definitely no 2001 A Space Odyssey. But I loved that it, you know, that it did give me answers. It did set a lot of the sort of, you know, the questions that I was just kept oscillating between. It kind of, I don't know, it does give you enough context for me because I ended up at the end of 2001, you know, going, is it imaginary? Is it in his head? Did David die in that red room with the tapes? So now we know, like, it fully is an extraterrestrial thing. I mean, we knew that, I guess, with the monoliths, but there's a piece in it. And I do think it wraps it up nicely in terms of we are so insignificant in the universe and the whole thing. We have no idea what's in the rest of it. We've been to like we've been to the moon, you know, we've been to a couple of things, if you even believe that, and some people don't. But it's just crazy to think that there's nothing else out there. Maybe there's not, maybe there is. But I love that this one gave you that kind of like message of you are this, you know. Don't mess with some stuff. The technology, the other beings, thinking that we're the most powerful things out there, that's just, you know, we're not. I don't think so. I think there's stuff out there. I don't know if they're exactly like that and the Jupiterians putting like oblongs everywhere. But something for sure, right? But that was cool. I'm glad that I know it was definitely the aliens. Are we calling them aliens in this movie? But you know what I mean. Aliens, that it was you know, they're much more powerful than us, that they helped, that they were, you know, came from a place of peace in the end. They were like, listen, just don't come. This is your dance space. This is our dance space. You know, you stay there, but we're going to help you. They got them safely on their way back home. And the only person we lost was Max, because that was at the start when they were kind of like, didn't know what was going on. I really thought we were going to lose John Lithgow. I thought we were going to lose maybe even Roy Scheider. I thought we were going to lose lots of people, and it was going to be like a flicking them off one by one and horrific. So it was a very, very different vibe to 2001. But, you know, I loved the artistry in 2001. I loved the music. I loved the long, long lingering shots, the pace, the color, all of it. 2001 has become one of my favorite films ever. And this one is not one of my favorite films ever, but I'm really, really glad that I watched it, and it let me, you know, wrap up my 2001 experience. And it was nice to revisit, you know, the characters and the ship, the Discovery. So I had a blast. So thank you so, so much. I'm so glad I got to watch that. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And my name is Coby. I will see you next week on The Coby Show.